We've been waiting for a long time. Yes, we've been waiting for a long, long time.
Are you endorsed by Blackstone Labs now? Are you sponsored by them?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Fucking tell them you got a great podcast you're on.
Uh,
And they gotta sponsor me. Anyway, you look at this shirt. I know you're not gonna get it, but it's all right. It
hey,
says
I need that shirt.
like so it says your sister's ass. So
Yeah.
If you're Italian and you're from the East Coast, that's like it's like something you say when like you're pissed off. Like if you drop something and you break it, you go, "Oh, your sister's ass." And don't ask me where it came from. I have no idea. But this guy who has like this over the top Italian American YouTube channel sells these. I was like, I got to get one of those because I still say it from time to time.
Yeah, I need that myself.
I'll send you the link. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, couple of things, couple of announcements, right? Um, I won't be here for the Toronto Pro, so I won't be able to cover the Toronto Pro, and I'm not going to do Anabolic Academy this week because I'll be on vacation with the missus.
Okay.
I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll be back Wednesday. So unfortunately, the next time I come on bodybuilding will be this time next week again. But that's basically just for everybody watching. And the Toronto Pro, the lineup that I can do in about 10 minutes. Okay, cool. And the Toronto Pro looks pretty good. Before we get into the Toronto Pro, I don't know if you saw, but my other channel, I interviewed BG Dior. She's an adult film star.
Yeah.
She does disgusting things on camera for money. Terrible, disgusting. Disgusting.
That's the good stuff then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know how long it took me to get her on? Every year they have this thing called the Exotica Expo, and it's in New York every year, and it's just a porn convention. So, everybody, all these big porn stars go, blah, blah, blah. And I go every year to try to get interviews and stuff like that. Right. So I must have got 10 or 12 emails, phone numbers, whatever. She was the only one that ever messaged me back. Yo, this was in November. And I must have messaged her like 3 times. And finally, I didn't get anything back. And you know what? I was like, you know what? About 2 weeks ago, I'm like, let me hit her up. What could, what could happen? She hits me back. Yeah, I'll definitely come on. So I'm like, all right, cool. What day? We did it 2 nights ago, and she actually came on. But the other emails, forget it. They're just not. They're flaky. I mean, they're not very grounded women. But it was actually a pretty good interview because I asked her what was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to her on when she was working, right? So I didn't know this. So apparently, when girls are in porn and they're on their period and they still want to work, they take a makeup sponge and they shove it up their vagine, right? So it sucks up all the blood and it doesn't, there's no, mess. But so you do the scene with the guy, and she said it was stuck up there. She couldn't get it out. And she had to have somebody else go up there and pull it out. I said, what the guy go up with a long nose screwdriver and a
what do you use? Some tongs that you barbecue
with? and a miner's hat with a fucking light? Like what? It was I tell you, some of the interviews I do on that other channel, man, it's just fucking crazy. They're insane. But anyway, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm losing weight rapidly.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good though. Like, yeah.
That's good. That's good. If you don't, if you're getting in shape and you don't feel shitty, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Like I can tell my strength's still there.
Yeah.
Still lifting heavy. But like the food low and everything. But
do you feel irritable or are you tired or anything like that or no? You're
No,
fine.
I don't do nothing all day long. I go train a couple clients in the morning, whatever.
Yeah.
And the other part of the day, I'm in the house on the couch or outside on the deck watching TV all day long.
Oh, that's great, man. So you literally get paid to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah. Like when I tell people like things that you ask for young or whenever, you know what I'm saying, early in the day,
Yeah.
like sometimes we ignore them things because we don't pursue them.
Right.
I asked for this stuff to happen, and when it finally happened, I took advantage of them, man.
I don't blame you, dude. That's great. Not too many guys could do that. Not too many bodybuilders could, or have make enough money where they could be paid to be a bodybuilder. I don't
I
know,
ain't had
like
a job since 2018, man.
that's fantastic, dude. Seriously.
Yeah.
And who else sponsors you? You got Blackstone Labs. Who else you got?
I got Blackstone Labs. I got Pumps. I'm in partnership with Mount Juliet, spot down there in Providence. They do all my leg sleeves, my hyper chamber and stuff like that. They do IVs and everything.
Uh-huh.
And you know what I'm saying? Like I got some good ones that's around that's helping me out. Like Blackstone. I
That's
was
good,
with
man.
Blackstone at first when I first started. Well, not when I first started bodybuilding, but like when I turned pro, I was with Blackstone. I met PJ a long time ago.
Really?
And he actually was one of the guys who meant what he told me. He told me when I first met him, he said, "Man, you need anything, let me know."
Really?
And I'm talking about like you don't find people like that
Nah,
really.
definitely.
And when I called him, I was like, "Hey, what's up? Let me get on the team." He was like, "No, you ain't ready, bro." I
Really?
said, "Hey, I'm ready. Let me get on the team." He told me, "All right, come on."
Really?
Yeah. Like
Damn.
I got respect for that man. You know what I'm saying? Hands down.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. I got nobody. Everything comes out of my pocket. You got to talk to PJ and say, "Yo, I got a great bodybuilding channel I'm on every week, and it's growing." And yeah, as soon as he sees my 1,300 subscribers, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, right."
I got another one too, who make my posing trucks. And I've been with her since 2017, I think.
Well, which ones actually pay you? So Blackstone, you get a salary, right?
The only one who don't pay me because I like her. I know her. I know her like personally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can the bikini. Me and her, we like this.
Yeah.
And that when I tell you, good woman.
Yeah.
From day one, good woman.
Damn, that's fantastic, dude. That really is. Because if anybody knows your backstory, you can look up the video. Last year, Bo came on and we did an interview of his backstory, and it's fantastic that you made a complete 180, man. Because you were in prison, right?
Yeah, I was in prison from 2002 to 2015.
Damn. Yeah, I know. And
it's so crazy because, like I tell people, man, if I can do this type of stuff, you can do the same thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you just don't give up. You keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing, and it's like little chip. I even see it with my podcast. I've had offers for sponsors. Like I've had 3 offers for sponsors this year, but they weren't paid. It was like commission based. So
Yeah.
I turned all 3 down because I don't want that. Right. I'm like, I said to myself, I ran it this long without that. I'd rather get paid for the content and then advertising whatever supplement company or whatever case may be. And if I can make it run without hurting myself financially without them, then that's what I'll do. So I turned all 3 down, and I'm not going to take a sponsor until it's like a paid sponsor.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's just, what are they going to give me? 5% or what? You know what I mean? It's just, they give me a code. Like when Jason Arns was with me, I used to advertise his stuff, but it's because we were friends.
Yeah.
And he gave me a code and 10% off or whatever crap like that. But that was different. That was because we were boys. But yeah, but the good part is people are noticing. Put it that way.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna tell you, like this happened to me when I got into bodybuilding. I reached out to a lot of companies, man, and when nobody really wanted to take a chance on me. Oh no. Everybody told me no. But soon as I came out and did Puerto Rico 2019, people looked at me. Okay,
Right.
they seen me. Then I did Chicago. Then I came back that next year. I did Tampa, placed second to George Taboo. Then I won New York. After I
That's
won
right.
New York, them
That's right.
same companies that was telling me no and they was
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
them same companies. Like to this day, it's still some companies coming around. Hey, are you available? No,
Right.
I ain't available. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
in the back of my mind, I remember this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you ain't willing to take a chance on me when I'm, you know what I'm saying, and trying to
Absolutely.
climb that mountain. Don't do that when I'm halfway up that mountain or at the top of that mountain.
And I fully agree, man. It's like I get it. I understand them, right? I understand that they don't want to take a chance because they don't know you, they don't know the athlete, they don't know if you're accomplished or not. I get it. But at the same time, sometimes you just have to judge the character of the person, right? And it's like for example, if somebody came to me and said, how long you been doing podcasting for? And they didn't want to take a chance on me, right? And I said, I've been doing it since 2020, and you've had no sponsors. I have not one sponsor, right? Well, it's 2024 and I'm still going. So to me, that means I ain't quitting anytime soon,
Right,
right?
right.
That is so. And like in your case, it's like, all right, you got to judge the character of the person a little bit, maybe roll the dice a little bit, right? But especially if you're a startup company or like but yeah, at the same time, dude, I fully get it. Like there were when I first started, and I want to interview bodybuilders. There were bodybuilders, one in particular. We probably talked about him that shit on me, totally shit on me, like totally just fucking shit. You know what? I'll just fucking say his name. I don't give a shit. Who's the guy from? I never got rid of his fucking uh Marc Lobliner from Tiger Fitness. I had I never got rid of his Instagram because he shit on me, right? And I wanted to interview him, right? And I figured, oh, it'd be a good collaboration. He's got a lot of followers on YouTube, and the guy was basically like, let me see. I'll just read quickly one of the things they sent me. And this is back in 2021. Where he goes, what kind of collab? And matter of fact, I was like, we can do a preview of the Chicago Pro. And he goes, a what? And I was like, the Chicago Pro, it's July 24th. We could do a preview and a prediction show. He goes, that sounds uninteresting. And I have no idea who's even competing. I don't do the whole bodybuilding prediction thing. So I said, all right, would you consider me interviewing you? You can advertise your products. He goes, not sure how that would do much. And I was just like, all right, thanks anyway. And I said there was an expo in Jersey I was supposed to go, and he was supposed to be there. And I told him that. I was like, all right, I'll be at that expo at the end of the month. And he goes, oh, okay, see you soon. Like, awesome. Like once like it was a possibility that I might see him in person, he was like, oh, great. But before that, it's not sure how that would do much. That sounds uninteresting. I have no idea who's competing. And it's like, all right, dude, I wanted you on for an interview. You wouldn't even do that. So it's like, you know what, dude, fuck you. Like now in the back of my head, I'm going, if you ever reach out to me, which he never will, but that's always going to be in the back of my head. Right. And I don't know. I don't know the guy personally, but just from that one DM interaction, yeah, you can't. Most of the time that people don't want to come on, they go, oh, I'm busy. I can't do it right now. Maybe another time, or they just ignore it, you know? But to say something like that's uninteresting, I don't know how that's gonna help, or I don't do previews or shit like that. It's like, like, go fuck yourself, bro. Like, I don't fucking.
Yeah, just tell me no.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's just I can't do it right now. And that's all. You know how many times I've had that? That and instead of fucking shit on, like, I'm 48 years old, you know, and it's like I'm not a 21-year-old kid starting. Like, if I'm starting this when I'm 44, right, 4 years ago, that I'm serious about it. Because everything else is established. My job, my work, family, house, we're good. And then I was just like, I got to do something else. And then boom, and this just started, taking off. The other channel is actually doing really good, but I fully understand where you're coming from, bro, with that shit, because
All right.
just get it back. Even if like even if a company would be like, listen, we don't take new pros, but we'll keep an eye on you, or you just word it nicer, because you never know. My father used to tell me, always be nice to the people coming up behind you, because you never know who's going to pass you up. You never know where they're going to be, right? So if one of the other endorsements that turned you down would have been like, uh, we're going to keep an eye on you, whatever, you look like you have a good career. We'll reach out to you. We'll keep in touch. Maybe we could do something in the future. At least it makes it like, okay, it's just as a possibility. It's nicer. It's like, okay, it doesn't put a bad taste in the person's mouth, right?
Mm.
But if it's just like, no, like what, dude? Fuck
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And I'm talking about, like, I won every amateur show I did.
Yeah, right.
Except one.
Right.
Except one show. And I should have won that show.
Right. Yeah,
But I
exactly.
won the junior nationals behind that. Won the Flex Lewis class. Won my very first show. Won the universe in 2 categories. I come home like 5 trophies from the universe.
Right.
Come on, man.
And yeah, right, exactly.
You can't see this man is for real.
Right. We're talking about Phil. What's up? We're talking about how difficult it is to get endorsements and whatnot when you just start out as a bodybuilder or podcast, but mostly a bodybuilder. Guys that turned Bo down at the beginning, then after he started winning shows, came back around and were like, "Yeah, we'd like to sponsor you now." And he's like, "Nah, I don't think so. Thanks anyway."
Yeah.
Did that ever happen to you, Phil?
I'm really straight. I'm financially good. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't need that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I take that, but I don't depend on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Did that ever happen to you, Phil? Like when you were first coming up and you reached out to a couple of sponsors or whatnot, maybe supplement companies, and they shot you down?
I never really reached out to anybody.
Really?
I mean, HD was the first ones that reached out to me. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm an older guy. I mean,
Yeah.
when you're at our age, I mean, I never really wanted to reach out to anybody. I
Yeah.
think that, because back in the day when people wanted you, they'll come after you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think you get more out of that. But when they see that you're desperate, like if you start reaching out to a lot of places, it shows that you're desperate. So it gives them an avenue to probably take advantage of you in certain ways. You know what I mean?
Very
So,
good.
yeah,
Very
that's why I
good.
never did
Yeah.
that.
That's actually you're right about that. Yeah. You're totally right about that. Toronto Pro. It's looking like a good lineup.
Yeah, they got a nice.
Yeah, it looks really good. We got some good people in it. Let's see. Who do you think the favorite is? I mean, on paper, the favorite is probably. Oh wow! On paper, the favorite's probably Akeem. But
Yeah, I could say King, Quinn, and John Jewett.
yeah,
And if Hassan come in,
Hassan's not ready. He doesn't look ready at all.
you got to watch. The pictures. It could be mind playing. You know what I'm saying? They could be some old stuff.
Yeah, you're right. It could be, but what he put up in the last couple of weeks, not even the last couple of days. It's just let's. Who looks good? Tim Budashame.
Yeah. I was just gonna mention him.
He looks good. Let's see if
cool.
let's see if we could pull him up. Let's see. Oh man, here we go.
Nate doing it too, I see.
Nate looks good. I spoke to him over the weekend. He looks like ready. Let's look him up. Nate Spear. He looks chiseled, like he looks grainy hard, you know. I think he'll do decent in this lineup. I could see him in the top 6, top 8, But like you said, it depends on the what do you call it? Like he looks nasty in this shot right here. But all right, let's see. Akeem. Since Akeem is on paper the favorite. You're right. You know what? You're right though, Bo, because every time I see a pic of him and then he shows up on stage, like I didn't give him really much at the Arnold Classic. And then he showed up and he looked good at the Arnold Classic. And he's working with Chris Aceto. And this was what, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, this was 2 weeks ago. So we
Like
looked at those.
Akeem is that bodybuilder. Like you got to pay attention to him. Because
Yeah,
if he show up, then hey, he might as well say okay.
yeah, 100%. He looks. What do you think, Phil? Am I wrong? Does he look better on stage than he does in these pictures? Because like I wasn't giving him much credit during the Arnold Classic, and he looked good at this year at the Arnold Classic.
I always give him credit, man.
Yeah,
The only thing that he had the issue was nailing that conditioning. But like I said, he's with Chris Aceto. Chris Aceto don't miss too much when it comes to conditioning.
yeah,
And I mean, in Arnold, he showed that. Even coming back at night, even better. So yeah, I think he is the heavy favorite coming in the show, like one of the biggest names.
yeah.
So well, hey, I mean, if he comes in on point, which I believe he will, it'll be a battle, and it comes down to what they're looking for, man. You know, what I mean, even though Hassan may not look great, you know, what I mean, the thing is though, Hassan is playing more towards his attributes now. They're claiming when he played more towards the super conditioning route, he didn't fare well because he don't have that small waist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he has to play that mass monster size game. And you know what I mean? I still see him and he's gonna be in the top three. I do see that. I think it's gonna be, you know, him, Quentin, um,
Hakeem,
Hakeem, and
John Jewett.
yes. I think those are gonna be the top four, battling it out.
Yeah. What's funny is that you're right. You know, we could. I mean, you know, this is the channel. We could take. This was what 2 days ago. Yeah, this is what we saw. And there was a couple other podcasters that were like, I don't know, he doesn't look ready. But yeah, you might be right. And you're right with Akeem. And the reason why I agree with you with Akeem is because he's got Aceto now, and Aceto doesn't play. He's not. He's not going to coach somebody that's not going to put the work in.
Right.
You know, so I agree with you with Akeem. I think he's going to come in a heavy favorite, and he's gonna nail his conditioning as good as he can, because
now you know Quentin is looking good.
he is
about 10, 12 pounds heavier. He's much fuller, a totally different beast with this time. Now he has a shape. I think that could take out Hassan. When we're talking shape,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Come on,
That's where Hassan's gonna come into problems against Beastwood.
But you know what this shape can do towards, you know what I'm saying, standing beside Hassan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think if he comes in fuller, you know, I don't know. I don't think he's working with anybody, but if he comes in fuller, I think he's got a good shot. I really do. I think he's got a good shot. I think the New York Pro was just a poor showing for him. I just think whatever the case happened, because this was the New York Pro, and this is, I mean, this is a couple days before the New York Pro. This is a couple days before Toronto, and you could already see that he's fuller and rounder and looks just as hard. So, yeah, man, I think he's got a good shot. And the guy that, you could tell he looks better already. But the guy that really, Tim Budashane really looks good.
Man, Tim looked like, who I could say. Remember how Branch used to look in the gym before the show?
Yeah.
That's how Tim kind of looked.
Yeah, with that grainy muscle. The only thing with Tim is the muscle separation and his shape a little bit. He seems to have, a thicker waist.
That's what's giving him problems in these shows, is that waistline.
Yeah, he doesn't have the greatest X frame, but he's doing what he has to do. He's coming in as gnarly hard as he can in order to wake up for that. And that says a lot about an athlete, and I think to hear in this picture, he's with my friend Martin Fitzwater, Brett Wilkin, and he looks pretty jacked and he looks pretty big. He looks good. We'll see what happens. Because he probably feels like he needs to make up for. He was in the New York Pro, right? He didn't do well. He probably feels like he needs to make up for the New York Pro too, which is why a lot of these guys are jumping in.
Didn't he do the Cali? Didn't he do the Cali too? No.
Yeah, he did the Cali.
He did the Cali.
Yeah,
Let me see.
I think New York he looked better. Cali, I don't know. Cali, he was a little off. I don't know what was going on with his stomach.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Here he is in Cali.
I mean, conditioning ain't gonna be an issue. The guy is always in condition. I mean,
he lacks muscle separation. You know, he's grainy hard, but he just has that like, and his shape is a little off, you know, and he's got, you know, it's unfortunate, but and this was New York, right? Yeah, you're right. He looked better in New York. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's better in New York.
Yeah, he definitely did. Yeah, he definitely did. Um, and John Jewett, right? John Jewett. That was the same thing from uh list. I don't know what he's saying here. Let's see. All right, we got you. 5 days out of Toronto. Yeah. 5 days out of Toronto. This was how long ago was this? This was 8 hours ago. So he's the same, he's kind of has the same scenario where it's like you see how like the separation from his shoulders to his arms or his chest and bicep. Like, all right, Phil, when you come out, you could literally see every muscle separation, especially from the back, but even from the front, from your biceps to your tricep to your shoulders, and from the back, it's even better. I feel like some of these, you know, second tier guys are well, that's what they're missing. If it's not a shape thing, it's a muscle separation thing.
Yeah,
Does that sound accurate?
yeah. I don't know. John Jewett looks good. It's just that you know, it's crazy. It's once they get on stage and once the tan and oil is on, something looks different. Like they look great with nothing on,
Yeah.
dry, grainy. You know, I mean, he's not completely super full, but even when he is, I mean, you never really see the super lines going across the striation, going across the chest. That's very rare now these days, though. You know, you mean except for freaking Ani.
Yeah, right, right.
He's ridiculous with striation going across the chest. But I mean, that could be a training issue. I mean, I don't know. Like, you know, I mean, I'm really big on cable flies, very high
Yeah,
volume, you know, the last
yeah,
4 weeks. You know what I mean? Some
Right,
of these
right.
guys, they don't do that. So it's the training. But once again, like I said, some guys, as soon as they put on the protan, like even Ian, like before he puts on tan, he looks super great. But then it's like, but he has a like sometimes color issue because he keeps himself so pale during the regular season and he doesn't prepare his tan going in a show. And I think John is the same thing. Like he looks super pale. I don't think he like they do like a pre-tan. Like I even go on a tanning bed 2 weeks
Mm,
prior to the show, you know, three
yeah,
times a week, just to get a little mint color.
yeah,
So put on a tan, you look a little darker. So
yeah. It could
I don't
be.
know, but yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't see the striations going across the
Uh,
chest.
and you're talking about Ian. What's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian Valiant. I mean, this is just my personal opinion. Everybody says you got to see him in person. I always thought he was overrated.
He was a
I,
big. He was.
yeah. Ian was
He a
big.
big boy.
no, yeah, he was big, but I just never like. Let's see, let's look him up. How do we spell his name? Is it Ian?
Yeah,
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Oh yeah.
let's see. I don't know.
He just had overwhelming shoulders. I mean, his
Oh,
shoulders were.
that goes without
Yeah.
saying. But his like his I don't know if it was, his front double bi was awful. Is that how you spell his name? I-A-N. I might be wrong. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't looked him up since he retired, but all right, it doesn't matter. You know, his front double bi pose was just, you know, I don't know. I just never was crazy about his physique, you know. But then again, what do I know? Let's see. Where am I? Where am I? Who's next on this radar? Let's see. Who the hell is Dan Affen? I have no idea who that is. Does he even have an Instagram? I don't think so. All right, we'll skip him. Prince, Jesus. That's got to be it, right? Yep. All right. Who's this guy? Damn, who's this guy?
They were talking about him. Mark Max Muscle was talking about him. He's compete. I don't know him, but he's competed a few times, quite a few times.
Yeah, he doesn't look too bad.
I think he's been around for a while too, though.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Where's he from?
I don't know. I ain't seen him in a minute, but I think he's been around for a while.
He's not bad, as you obviously. How long ago was this? This is a week ago. His conditioning is not up to par to the other guys, but he doesn't have a bad physique.
No, he doesn't.
He
You
got
know?
on. He got a chest.
Yeah, he's not. I said, there's so many guys out there. That's what it is. It's his legs. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. That's gotta
Yeah,
suck when you have an upper body like that and your legs just don't match. And it's just like literally, I think Johnny Jackson could have been Mr. Olympia if his legs came up because his upper
man.
body was insane.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, and then when you got like this guy's upper body is amazing, and even Blessing, suffers from that problem. The incredible upper body, and the legs just doesn't catch up for some reason.
Genetics.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, let's see who else we got on here. I don't even know. Let's see. We probably looked up this guy already, but let's see. Oh, he did the New York Pro. This guy.
Yeah, did he take? He was in top 6, wasn't he? Top 6, top 7, something like that.
Yeah, he was in top 6.
Was he really?
Yeah,
I think he was, because he was on the right, would it be out right in, you know what I'm saying, other shot.
But it looks pretty good.
He got
Yeah, I
some
mean,
legs on.
yeah, to me the biggest, when you could see when you could see the adductors here, to me that's like a sign of completion. Like that's,
yeah.
Uh, yeah, he looks pretty good. He might do well in Toronto. He probably will do well. All right. All right. And let's see who else we got going. Wow. There's an Italian guy. Holy shit. John Carlo. What's his name? There's a lot of Italian guys named Giancarlo.
What you call it pulled out from Italy. The hell's his name? He was in the Olympia quite a few times.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see
Yeah,
this guy,
they
so
say
we'll
he's in
see.
the hospital for some kind of infection.
Really? I tried to get him on a couple of times, but I tried to reach out to him. John Arthur. Let's see. John Arthur Duncan. All right, did I spell his name wrong? Let's see. Nope. Oh well. Ethan. Ethan Grossman. There we go. Oh, yeah. Nope. Not good. Yeah. How do these guys get their pro card?
Yeah,
It's
right?
easy to get
So
the pro card now. It's not hard to get your pro card now these days.
Jesus, like I don't know, man. What do I know? It's just he looks. If I saw him in the gym, I'd be like, he looks good. I wouldn't even be like he's a pro bodybuilder. Sorry there, Ethan, but
I remember I started bodybuilding. I ain't know nothing about how you get your pro card, and I thought you just had to win a show or something.
yeah,
I ain't know nothing about this stuff.
well, yeah. When you first start, nobody knows shit about that. Is that him? John Main Lee. That's gotta be him. Yeah. Okay. And where is this guy from? Is he from China? China. He's from China.
Yeah, South Korea.
Is that South Korea? Yeah, close
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, both their eyes go in the same direction, so it's fine. Yeah, let's see if we get a better picture of this guy. Oh, he was in Cali. Okay. Oh, it's not bad.
He got
I
some
think
muscle.
I think he's been around for a while. They were saying he's been competing for quite a while.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, well, yeah, you could see his buys are not up to par, but yeah,
Got legs though.
He's got great legs, but his shape is a little off. Yeah, why is that? Asian people like always have great calves and great
Man,
legs. I don't.
they got monster legs, man.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what it is about. Maybe it was like the Mongols when they took over. They just had great legs and they just breeded all that shit in. I don't know. Did you ever hear the story about when the Mongols tried to invade Japan twice? They took over like all of China and they tried to invade Japan twice, and Japan kicked the shit out of them. Like the samurais were waiting for him and he wrecked them. Let's see. All right, let's see. Where are we? Who's next?
Robin
Robin Strand. And we saw him. Who is Brent Swanson, the guy with the
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
He's doing the Masters too at this.
I think he's the only one in the Masters.
Oh,
I've
guy.
seen that too. Yeah.
Yeah, Patty was like, he's the only. I said, I wouldn't even enter, bro. But then she said, well, it's an easy $500, so why not?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Something is better than nothing. Yeah,
Prejudging and founders at the same time.
yeah. He's just same thing. He's a little off. His legs are under. Yeah, all his legs.
You know, the sad part of it is he's such a nice guy, but you know, remember when I was saying, I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I said, I mean, he had one decent year. I think it was last year. He had one decent year. This is probably the worst when he came in third call-outs. I wasn't really expecting that.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to do well in this show, and I really like the guy. I really do. But it's something.
Yeah, I mean, you got to call a circle, man. I mean, listen, we're not on here to sugarcoat anything, I mean, if the guy,
and I think he's type 2 diabetes and stuff, and I think he lost sight in one eye. I'm pretty sure.
Wow, really?
It's like you got to start weighing the options. Like, is
it worth it?
When you let your body to that type of state with any type of health issue you're dealing with, is it really worth it?
Yeah.
I know people love bodybuilding, I understand that, but I don't know.
Man, you still can be a bodybuilder without everything else. You can lift, you can, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you can live the bodybuilding lifestyle, but you don't have to compete and do all the 100%, man. But yeah, I agree with you, Phil. I think what it is a lot of times. I think it becomes like their identity. The size and being a pro bodybuilder. I don't think they could just let go of that and move on to stage 2 of their life. Or stage 3 of their life.
And it's crazy. He's a school teacher.
Really? Oh, so is he a high school teacher?
I don't even know how he can diet. I struggle training clients now. Like, how could you and he teaches kids.
Oh, like
little. He's like, I think elementary school or something like that.
Oh, so you could tell he's a nice. Once you say that, he obviously is a super nice guy. There's like,
he's a really nice dude.
I can't deal with kids.
Well, his kids ain't gonna say nothing in class anyway.
Yeah.
Looking like that right
there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your class is the best class out of everybody.
Yeah. That was like, what was that movie Schwarzenegger made where he was the undercover cop and he was a teacher?
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, Kindergarten Cop. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, it's unfortunate because you could tell they put the work in, right? You could clearly tell they put the work in, but for whatever it is, like either they, the genetics, or maybe they're getting older, or whatever the case is, it's unfortunate, but not everybody's going to be Mr. Olympia. You're always going to have the thing with me is like you said, Phil, what we were talking about last week, is the money worth it? Because if you got a family and you got kids and whatever, it's like, you're not going to get anything out of it. It's a very expensive sport. If you're not, making any money or whatever the case may be. And who knows if he's got sponsors, it's all coming out of your pocket.
No, he got sponsors. I think he has a couple. And I think that's what keeps him going.
That's good.
Being in shape and everything. His wife does good at shows, though. She places pretty well. She's doing the Toronto. I don't know if she's bodybuilding or physique. I'm not quite sure, but she does pretty well. His wife.
Really? Mm-hmm. You think she'll be like, after like winning a couple of shows, she'll be like, I'm fucking married to this loser, can't win a show. Get out of here.
No, I think she loves him no matter what. I see them. They're everything they do together, man. They're an awesome couple. So I think no matter what, I know he's done after this. He only could do about 2 shows. I think he's limited with competing, so he does about 1 to 2 shows and then he shuts it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually a good dude though. I remember he interviewed me when I won Junior Nelson back in 2018.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he actually a good dude though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real nice.
I'm sure he is. It's when you're in my position, and I put myself in this position. It's not like I didn't want to be in this position, and you have to be critical of when I do either a preview or a wrap up or something like that. It has nothing to do with the person themselves. I know some of these guys take it personal, but it has nothing to do with the person themselves. Like I wish Vinny Galante would retire at this point, right? Like to me, he's got like nothing to prove, but he just doesn't want. He just is addicted. That's it. He just doesn't want to retire, and it doesn't matter. He'll be doing the Masters circuit for God knows how long, and that's
But
really.
did he go to? I think he went to physique. I think he came out of bodybuilding. I think he went to physique.
Yeah, when they raised the
either
weight,
physique
right?
or classic physique, I don't know. But I did hear him make a video. I think he's trying to make one more run to get into the Master Olympia. But I think people don't understand the Master Olympia is not going to be as simple as it was a year ago.
No,
you got to qualify, and they're going to really pick. First of all, you got to qualify, and then they're gonna make sure this next Masters is going to be very, very competitive. And I don't think it's going to be that easy this time around for him to get in. But we'll see.
yeah, because the promoter lost his ass last year, right? And
Yeah,
he didn't
she lost a lot of money.
Yeah, because and now who won last year? Who won last year? No, you came in third, Phil, right?
Max Charles second, and Kamal won.
All right, okay, yeah, that wasn't the 212 was what's his
The
name?
212, no, the 212. What you call it?
Edith Tyler.
Yeah,
Yes,
hit a top, and that was a robbery as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
He did not. He didn't.
They
He
were telling me I should have went did.
Yeah, you could have won, like literally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was shocked you did. I was shocked you didn't do it, Bo.
I took the year off.
Oh, okay.
But that's all right because Bo's gonna wreck shit this year. That's all right. Do you know what show you're doing yet, Bo, or not yet?
Yeah.
You're not saying it?
Phil, no.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah, thanks.
Phil, no.
So my nephew, I got 2 nephews. I got 3 nieces, 2 nephews. One nephew's married, and my other nephew is getting married. And he invited me to the bachelor party. And I'm 48 years old, and I told him, they're going to Tampa, right?
What?
Yeah.
Bring your ass to Tampa, boy. They're gonna hit some of those real strip joints over here in Tampa, boy.
That's what I heard. Not for nothing. My bachelor party was Atlantic City, and my brother's bachelor party was a party bus, and they just went to all different strip clubs all over New York City. Now these guys are going to Vegas and Tampa and Nashville and all these, I don't know, but so
Atlantic City used to be the spot. I mean, I worked there.
Yeah.
I used to work in a nude strip joint back then, and when my close friend, we got a bus and it was all guys, and we hit up a lot of them. And the last one was a nude one that I worked at. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So I told him, nah, man, you just go and have fun because I'm 48 years old, and number one, I'm not going to be able to keep up and stay up all night and whatnot, and number two, I'm just too old for that shit. Like
you don't want to drop no money on these freaking chicken
no.
dance, man. You know what I mean? Because you got to drop some money.
Throwing money and get my refund. I can throw it at the TV all day and get right back. That's why I ain't even going broke.
Yeah. It's just to me, a night out is dinner, a few drinks, home by midnight. We're good. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a night out. When you're in your 20s, a night out is to the next day, and I ain't doing that. When I went, my other nephew had his bachelor party in Montreal, and I went, and I got my own room because I was like, I'm not going to be out all night. So, and I don't want to wake up with you guys stumbling in.
Right.
And ever since then, I was like, nah. But one actually quick story about a bachelor's party story. When I was in my 20s, and all the friends that I grew up with were getting married and whatnot. A friend of mine, back then, you didn't even have to be invited to the wedding. You were like, a bachelor party? Yeah, when you're in your 20s, like, yeah, tell me where, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So a friend of mine, his brother was getting married, and he invited me to the bachelor party, and we're still friends to this day. So I said, all right, yeah, I'll come, no problem. And it was in Atlantic City. So before we went out, they got two ladies of the night to come to the hotel room, right? So they did all these tricks and things like that. And all the guys are standing around throwing dollars at them and blah, blah, blah. And one of the tricks that they had, one girl held a lollipop with her teeth, the stick end. And the other girl squatted down and picked up, the lollipop with her vagine, right?
Yeah.
So for some reason, by that point, I was loaded. Like we were drinking all day and God knows what else and whatever. And I don't know why I did this, but when the girl was laying on the floor, I got her in the figure 4 leg lock, like Rick Flag.
You know where Rick fell, the girl.
I did. I swear to God. I just grabbed the leg, I put it on foot, and then we were in the middle of the hotel room, and I got the leg lock on it, and I'm slapping the mat like Ric Flair used to, right? Remember how Ric Flair used to put it on?
Yeah.
And the girl is just thank God she had a good personality. She was hysterical laughing. The other girl is like looking at me like I'm nuts, and my friend is in her face going, "You got to submit, you got to tap out, you got to tap out." So then I let go of the figure 4 leg lock and I get on the bed or the couch or whatever. And I was going to give her the Macho Man elbow. I was going to jump off and give her the elbow. And my friend's brother, the guy who was getting married, pulled me off the couch and said, "You got to hurt her." And I was like, "Nah, man, I know what I'm doing. I've given flying elbows to hookers before." Well,
Something's wrong with you, man. Flying elbows. Oh God.
He finna hit him with the real Muncho.
True story too. It's not one bit is a lie. Unbelievable. All right, gentlemen. Next week. All right. Yeah. I'll say it again. I won't be around this weekend, so I won't be covering the Toronto Pro and I won't be doing Anabolic Academy because I will be in the Dominican Republic with the wife at an all-inclusive resort by a pool, probably loaded the whole time. But this will be the last one for the week, and the next time we will be on will be next Wednesday, and then we'll be back to business. But gentlemen, again, much love, much respect for you guys for coming on. I really truly appreciate it, and I will see you guys soon.
All right, Bo.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Later, fellas.